on the bus. They were in the party bus section. It all makes
They were
sense.
in the party bus.
The smoke screen was too thick to see.
Fog machine.
Everyone just thought it was like another Octane.
Yeah, they were so confused. They were so high they couldn't tell.
What the fuck is going on the party bus, guy?
I mean, you guys weren't
So
there.
much going on.
You had to be there. You know?
You had to be on the party bus.
Yeah, you had to be there.
But Yukio, what's going on with you asked Suzume arrives, sort of walks in. Hey.
Hey! Yeah, so,
Good morning.
oh, yeah. Or, what time does it happen?
It's 10 to 11ish.
And we woke up late.
Well, I mean, a lot of you guys just did the sports festival, so I figured.
Reasonable.
There. That's
Yeah, so, you know how you said that your quirk isn't, like, you know, suited for, like, team combat?
Yeah?
I had, like, an idea about how to use your quirk. You, like, hear and those emotions and make people stronger with, like, adrenaline boost and shit. Maybe we could train your control, like, to hit people with just enough fear to pump them full of adrenaline, and not enough to, like, fully paralyze them like you normally do.
I guess I could try.
Yeah. And, shit. Basically, we're out here so that in case, like, there's any mistakes, then I'm the only one who's gonna be hit by it.
I guess that makes sense. Yeah, do we just want to do it then?
Yeah, just, like, hit me with what you got. We can try to brainstorm shit.
Oh, okay. Did you want to, like, not be facing the ocean? Because that would be really awkward if you ran into it.
Oh yeah, I guess that's fair.
Great, yeah.
I guess I'll run to a tree.
That's probably better for your clothes.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'll try and do a small dosage, I guess.
Yukio just embraces himself.
Brace for impact. Okay. Go. Oh goodness, I was not even looking. Okay, there we go. Oh god. Oh, but this is a good thing because we're going for control. So yeah, typically I'd have you roll based around, you know, like resisting it, which is probably going to be a charisma, because that's how, or a logic roll, right, to sort of logic yourself past the fear. But this is actually a pretty good control. So you actually get like, yeah, I mean, you're getting like pre-test anxiety. Is this what you were thinking? More?
Maybe a little bit more like what's a good example? a life or death battle, or maybe you know how you'll get like how that thing where like a mom would get like enough strength to lift up a car if like there's her son's in danger, even if like she normally wouldn't be able to do that.
Okay. Yeah.
Like a sense of not too much to like paralyze me.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. I'll go for that then. Oh, God. No, not that. My goodness. Oh, my God. This one is even better than the last one. Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! You get a immediate, like, the aura shift is very quick on this one. As you immediately get, like, the falling from 10-story building sort of fear of rapidly approaching ground. Or, like, I guess a better example would be, like, near car crash collision.
Oh yeah. Luckily, I know how that feels.
Yeah, I was like, you probably don't know what it feels like to fall from a bunch of stories unless you've gone, like, skydiving. So that's probably a little bit more apt.
Like, the inevitable feeling of like I'm going to crash.
Yeah. But yeah, just a moment of like, oh, near traffic collision, or like collision course in high speed traffic.
That kind of shit would probably improve your reactions.
Yeah. Is this better? Worse?
Yeah, it is. I guess it doesn't really show, since
Yeah,
there's
you
no real way to like
pick up a car.
test out.
Yeah.
Yes. Hold on. I have an idea. Then he's going to attempt to create a pixel clone.
Of himself?
Let's go Suzume.
Suzume pixel clone. Okay. You can tell it's not Suzume. Because of the way that is turned.
Yeah.
Like, not Suzume a little bit.
It's like weird and mirrored.
Yeah. Oh no, not the mirror dimension.
Oh no.
Okay. What do we do now?
I guess you'll hit me with a dosage and I'll have my clone attack me, see if I can get like any reaction time effect, you know?
Oh, yeah, I guess. Yeah, sure. She'll hit you with another controlled fear dosage.
And at the same time, I'm going to have the pixel clone attack me.
Attack.
Yeah. It doesn't really have the best stats, but
Yeah, it's something.
I'll just I'll give it some bonuses to lower my own AC.
Yeah.
Let's just say that hits.
Yeah.
A one in every step.
Yeah, you can go for a dodge. Or like a block. No, it'd have to be a dodge for the reaction based.
Yeah. Would I get any bonus from her fear effect?
We'll say it's a
Specific bonus.
flat +3 to the roll. Not to the roll,
Not
to the
bad.
bonus.
Nice.
Yeah.
That'd make it into a crit.
Yeah. You dodge roll so good.
I think we're getting somewhere with this.
Yeah. So it sort of goes up to inspect the clone of Suzume. Like, is it like made of pixels? And, like, pokes it.
Oh yeah, it's made of pixels, and also I added a little projection sort of like with my arm, where he would like dismiss the projection, and it would just be like a body made out of pixels.
Yeah, unrendered polygon, like untextured polygons, basically.
Yeah.
Oh, I get. Yeah, sure. Okay. So
I can't exactly make the shape of a human body, but I can make it look like a human body.
that seems cool. I'd use these to like.
And you,
I don't really know, actually. I guess. But I mean, this was immune to my fear, if that's anything, right?
I mean, yeah, but can't really do much on its own. It's just pixels. It's not really the strongest thing.
Probably doesn't breathe air though, right? Like you could use it for, like if you needed to move around in a place that had like a toxic gas.
Yeah. Like, well,
Or underwater.
I already have my camera pixels for that, and they cost less and also are more inconspicuous. But I guess I could also use it for just like distractions and fighting. Like make it seem like I'm somewhere else.
Oh, that'd be pretty useful.
I've noticed that when in a fight I'm way too honest, and that doesn't really work well since I'm not exactly the most durable. A head-on fight shouldn't be what I'm trying to go for. So maybe using more tricks would help me.
That's pretty smart. I wonder if I could like a do you
What's
think
up?
do you think would be a good way to like make my quirk good?
I mean, I think your quirk's pretty good already. Well, what do you mean by good? Like,
I don't know, like a little bit more versatile. I mean, like obviously like no one around me being able to move is pretty useful, but like I don't really have a good way to capitalize on that, I guess.
Are you able to? So, how exactly does your quirk work? Is it like in an area around you? Is there a range? Are you able to like choose a specific direction? What are those specifics?
I can narrow it down a bit, but it's still pretty directional. Like it's basically like north, south, east, west. Those guys are still gonna not find me fun. Or I can do anywhere around me, but it's a little bit smaller.
Maybe if you want to, well, because if we continue with this training, you can find ways to fight with people and actually make use of having an ally. But for a one-on-one, maybe you could do something similar to my clone. Have you thought of like being able to alter where the fear effect is coming from? Like if you're hiding and going to attack somebody, you can make the fear effect make it seem like you're coming from a different direction, but look over there and you'll get a free hit.
Maybe. I know my quirk works through some technology, so maybe figuring out a way to make that a little bit more portable or usable, that could be useful.
Actually, would your quirk be strengthened if there were, I don't know, say, multiple things that look like you?
I don't really know. Maybe?
There's a lot of ways we'll have to test a lot of things out to see what works.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. You want to keep training my idea, or maybe we can find something else that you want?
I mean, I'm good to keep on working on what you want to work on.
Well, it is your quirk, and it's up to you how you use it. I mean, yeah.
I mean, I'm good with this as it is. Like I can work on your stuff if you want to test out what you want to test out. I'm cool with that.
Hmm. Okay. We can keep working on your controlled doses and see if we can do anything more with that. Does that sound good to you?
Okay, yeah, sure.
All right.
Do, 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 do,
Yeah.
do, 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 do. All right, you guys can continue working on that. Is there anything else anyone else wants to work on?
No, I'm actually gonna need training.
Ooh.
It's not gonna be fancy training. It's gonna be kind of basic. Because my internet's still out, so I'm doing this on my phone.
Oh, yeah.
So this is difficult. So I'm going to essentially I'm just training. I guess. How do I want to phrase this? I guess martial arts.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, people train on beaches all the time. MHA, Rocky, probably.
He did indeed.
Yeah.
There's, I mean, Karate Kid.
Yeah, MHA Rocky, really underrated rapper too. Now that joke didn't land.
My hero, Kataraki.
Oh, it's up Rocky. Got it. Thinking of the movies.
This really was my Rocky 2.
For the beach?
Wrong.
Rocky 3. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, yeah, you could do some martial arts training style stuff.
Since he hasn't really had the chance to actually practice in a while.
Oh, yeah, that's fair. Someone drew.
He's been so busy focusing on the teaching aspect, he hasn't actually gotten into like the technique or like the katas.
He hasn't reviewed it in years.
I won't go that far, but
Well, yeah.
I didn't update my HP or stamina. I'm still at 1.
Yeah, you better do that. No, you don't die to a light breeze.
I mean, it's not like we'll be fighting at the beach, right?
I
No.
mean, we did see Pre-Lord Evil.
You did see Pre-Lord Evil.
We saw Mr. Evil.
Mr. Evil.
I'm sorry, Evil.
Evil, yeah. And his lover.
I'm sorry, Evil.
Phil, yeah. But yeah, you can work on going through that for yourself.
What would you consider that being?
I don't know. Maybe I want to say technique. Technique feels right. Because technique is all the kicking
Okay.
and that sort of thing. But I don't know in there what that would be.
Let's go. You know what? Because he's doing katas, he's doing very... And normally I would make this control, but I've already maxed out the aptitude for control in there. I'll make it balance.
Ooh,
Because
balance.
we focus more fine tuned.
Cool. All right. Yeah, in that case, you could totally work out that training just early in the morning. Do like the wake up earlier than everybody else who woke up at 10 and then do some good old
And all
exercise.
martial arts.
Yes. That stereotype. You must wake up at 4 a.m. and begin your training from dawn till
To
dusk.
wake up before the rooster crows.
Yeah. All right. So it gets around to about lunchtime. It sort of rolls around to then. Kibei posts the video, and it's a huge hit. A massive hit. Perhaps the greatest hit of all time. This is going to be on a meme compilation somewhere. It's quickly gaining notoriety.
Amazing.
Perfect, in fact, actually, because you watch as, I mean, you're a little far away from Octagi, but you watch as he pulls out his phone and then, like, collapses to the ground on all fours and just starts crying into the sand. He, like, cries into his sunglasses, and then that rolls off into the sand. As he has quickly become known on the internet as unbased. And cringe and beta.
I almost felt bad for him. And then I heard the word unbased. And now I don't feel bad at all.
Yeah, I was like, okay, there's gonna be a brief moment of like, did I go too far? And then a no, I didn't go far enough. No, but yeah, he has become like Kuwahara, who has somebody's the imagery of an octopus, of a squid kid crying into their sunglasses and that pulling over into the sands is perfection. And yeah, Kibei has, well, so there is one downside, which is because Kibei posted it, he's gotten wildly more popular.
You know what? It's all right. I don't mind.
Yeah. Kibei is the lesser evil. Oh, God. Yeah. But one other thing of note, May, is after, like, you guys get, like, lunch, right? So you guys will go to, like, a restaurant that's nearby and order generic restaurant resort food. What would the resort be called? We're on a beach. What's the resort called? The Pink Umbrella. You guys go to a restaurant called the Pink Umbrella to have a lunch meal, the least important and third meal of the day.
Third?
I'm glad you remembered second breakfast.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
What about 11 seats?
11 is. Yeah, but I mean, I don't know if you guys would. I mean, you guys have a regular, well, an unimportant to the narrative lunch, or a very important, or very important to the narrative lunch, and we just don't see it, and then we can clue back in on it in a flashback.
Yeah. It's actually setting up the entirety of Sayu's arc,
Yeah,
because we haven't really seen anything from her yet, but we won't flash back to it until we actually start talking to Sayu.
yeah. We're gonna get an Ocean's 11 moment where it's gonna be like Sayu, and which the real story. Sayu, tell
We're
me.
all side characters. Sayu's the main
Now,
character.
I want to ask, this is an out-of-game question. Why didn't you put the knife in Octagi's room?
The knife.
That's a genuine murder weapon. That's evidence.
And
And
We tampered with.
here's the thing, though. Octagi would 100% dodge a murder charge.
With the power of money.
Not even with the power of money, just the power of too pathetic to murder. Like,
how Mineta couldn't have possibly been the traitor.
exactly. Yeah, it's like Octogi is simply Suzume has moral standards. Octogi has none, and therefore, Suzume has a cause to murder someone, but Octogi could never murder anyone.
It would probably be the murdered.
Yes, exactly. As we've seen recently.
I mean, we didn't actually murder him, and he deserved it. So
Yeah, no.
Well, you see, it's okay because he deserved it.
It's okay and he did. So it was okay.
Yeah, because he's fucking Octogi.
It's his character purpose.
He's a punching bag.
He's the punching bag.
I can't wait till like season 3, when Octogi's going to have a massive turnaround and all of a sudden become like the best hero, most upstanding person, but still he's like in hero costume. Second he gets out, he's going back to acting like this.
God. Oh no, I don't even want to think about it. Listen, if Octogi can realistically, oh no, you know what I've done? I fucking shot myself on the foot because the point of the story is that bad people can become good people. So we know Octogi is going to get a redemption arc. It's inevitable.
Nah.
Nah. I want to get the
I
sun.
can see Octogi redeeming himself. I don't see Octogi becoming a good person. There's a difference.
Yeah. Octogi
I
is...
see him becoming tolerable.
I don't know. I feel like tolerable is a bit much. Might still be a little bit too generous.
I like to think this is happening while we're eating.
Yes, exactly. It's actually happening with all the characters directly next to Octogi.
Yeah.
It's an in-universe roast. Octogi. Oh, Octogi. You did this to yourself, really. And by that I mean I did this to you. But
Octogi becomes the next wielder of All for One.
oh,
All for one.
He's either going to get a massive redemption arc or the biggest bastardization arc of all time.
I don't know if the bastardization arc would actually be that long. It'd be like half an episode.
And then he dies because we kill him.
Yes, because he's so pathetic. It would be very easy. Yeah, but you guys have the lunch, and oh my god, I can't stop. Okay, I need to stop thinking about how pathetic Octogi is, so I can focus on story.
If you look in the diner, I made a little picture of what Octogi currently looks like.
Oh no, diner. Yes, I see it. Oh, look at that.
I know, hold on, it's gotta look accurate.
Yeah, oh, there we go.
There we go.
Flipped on the right side, yes. But May. Only because you haven't actually spoken to your father this entire trip.
I mean, I'm always talking to my dad.
Oh, I mean, you did talk a little bit earlier. But he does...
Can I?
At the very, very beginning. And then Yumi was like, hey, is your dad being weird? Or maybe you didn't even actually. Maybe you were just like, yeah.
I don't think I've talked to my dad.
I don't think
This
you have.
I think we were talking about your dad.
Yeah, we've talked about May's dad. Yes, exactly. Because it was May's dad was originally labeled Hot Dad. Okay.
I had to rename it.
Yes.
Yeah, I think you said hot dad.
Yes, Octogi did say Hot Dad. And that's another reason he's awful. But May, after like the lunch, you get like I guess it would be like, no, you get an email from your father.
An email from my father?
Yes.
Bro, he's right there.
Why?
He's just
He's trying to be covert, okay?
Let's send a text.
I don't know. That felt too modern.
Okay, I get an email from my father. What does it say?
It says, if you'd like to talk about your mother, I can clue you in a little bit.
Yeah, I think I have this conversation.
Okay. Yeah, he's like, meet me at the lifeguard station, where my true calling was. A lifeguard.
Calling as a lifeguard.
My lifeguard.
Great.
I played a lifeguard in a 80s movie on the beach.
Oh my gosh. Nah, he was not in Baywatch, bro.
He could have been in Baywatch.
Yeah. I met your mother on set.
Oh no.
Hater.
Great. Dad, so, what did you want to tell me?
Well, I've spoken with the proper channels, and they've said it's all right for me to finally let you in on this. What really went down with your mother?
Are you saying she didn't just, leave?
She did, but I don't think you know the full reason why.
I mean, yeah, you never really wanted to talk about it, and I just spent the past few years, I don't even know, at first I thought she was going to come back at some point, and then it felt like she had just abandoned me, and I never knew why.
That is my fault. But the reason your mother is gone is for your own safety. And I honestly never had the courage to tell you it was my fault.
What do you mean it was your fault?
Not really my fault in that sort of way, but let me start from the beginning. I met your mother. We were ordinary people. I mean, we had quirks, of course, and I worked for the military, but ordinary in the sense that we weren't that much different from any other family. And that's how it was for the majority of our relationship. A perfectly normal situation. And then we had you, and our lives changed, but everything was still normal. Until one day, I was contacted by some authorities. Or probably too, well, I mean, it never really reached the mainstream, but there used to be an organization called New World. They never really exited the shadows, but a few years ago they were dismantled. Well, 2 years ago specifically, they were dismantled.
Okay.
They were, as far as I've been told, before quirks existed, they believed that someday people would awaken with powers, and the most powerful person would lead them into the new world. And when quirks arrived, it seemed almost fortuitous for them. And so they started creating the most powerful quirks. So they were Uh, hmm. They were trying to breed the right sort of quirk users, which is a disgusting view of quirks. And
So, is that why she left? I didn't have a strong enough quirk, and she...
I believe it was on the contrary. Your mother was very sentimental. I think realist. No, that's too much. Your mother believed in you as a mother would, but in this circumstance, that was a very dangerous thing. And when I was contacted by the authorities, they told me that who your mother really was. And I tested the waters for a bit. And at first I wasn't sure. I didn't believe them because you've known a person for as long as I've known your mother, and hearing that sort of news is earth-shattering and completely unbelievable. But when I started digging into it, I found that they were telling the truth. Your mother was living a double life, born of the idea that you could be... She had started making plans to kidnap you from under my nose. If that makes sense. At first, my immediate reaction was to get out as fast as possible, but the authorities advised me it might be because New World was recently dismantled, I should say. I think that it would be best to lure in a remaining member and cut off the head, so to say. But your mother never showed back up again and disappeared. I don't know if any of this makes sense. You can ask questions if you'd like to.
So, was she just like always a part of that New World group? Like, from the moment you met?
I'm not sure. But if it ever did change, it changed without me knowing. I don't think my quirk stands out enough in a crowd for it to be a target, but maybe they were looking for something specific. Or maybe it was your mother fell in with the wrong crowd, but by the time we noticed, it was too far gone.
Do you know why she would come around again? You said that New World is done, but I saw her wearing like some culty robes. Do you think they're like coming back?
I don't know a lot about the interworkings of New World. I know they were stopped by some fourth years or third years from UA and around the world. And they were essentially gone overnight. They were a shadow organization. They didn't have any public records of them. The world got brighter when they were gone. There are still remnants, of course. If your mother had appeared that way, it might imply that they think... well, I've already talked to the authorities, and they think it might imply that they're trying to restart the group, or that they still have some remaining vestiges. But I think, for the most, they are well and truly gone, I hope. I pray.
I don't understand why she's come back now.
I don't know either. I don't even know how she found us. Maybe she's been trying to find us for a while. I mean, we moved around a little bit. Partially so we could get away from your... Well, that's the part I didn't tell you, is so we could avoid your mother if she ever came back. I didn't think it was worth staying around if there was a chance that you got hurt. So after a little bit, after I changed my mind, I sort of told the authorities that we would not handle this in our own way, but just it would be safer for us if we just made us unfindable.
Yeah.
Although I don't suppose that worked very well.
I think May is sort of like tearing up after this whole conversation, and she's just gonna like go in and hug her dad.
Yeah, I was just about to say, like, if we get the tears, I think he does, like... Do we know, like... like, the grabs the shoulder, pulls you in for the really deep hug. And just like, it's okay. Everything's going to be okay. Your mother... We're out here so that way your mother can't find us, and that way the authorities can search unabated. They're going to find her, and if they don't, I'm going to find her.
Thanks, Dad.
Everything's going to be all right. I promise.
I think she's just gonna keep hugging him for a while.
Yeah. I know this isn't really how you wanted your year to go. It's been a wild run, but hopefully the river will level out. And if it doesn't, your captain will be there to guide the way. I'm an admiral. I don't know what I'm saying.
Yeah, well, it can't get much worse than this, can it?
Oh. You see, like, you guys are on a wood deck and he, like, clicks his heel against the wood. Oh. You know, sometimes I wish you were a little bit more superstitious.
No need superstitions.
You're right. Who needs superstitions? I'm not supposed to say this much, if we're being completely honest, but I think it's important you know that there is another person in your class that they might try and target.
Do you know who it is?
Madura has told me. Madura wasn't aware of the situation before now. we had no reason to believe that the remainder of New World was even around or searching for people. So it didn't seem important at the moments of UA registration. Of course, Nezu took note of it, but he didn't think it was worth informing Madura, who was already looking after one. If you don't want to know, that's
Okay.
perfectly fine, and I won't tell you.
I think I do want to know.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Your classmate, Kuwahara, was raised in a New World training camp.
Oh,
From what I've heard, they're pretty awful. They're pretty awful ordeals. It's one of the reasons I tried to separate you from your mother as much as possible when I found out what they were.
What are you saying?
yeah. I mean, I guess I haven't really talked to him that much, but he definitely seems like driven to be the strongest.
I know there's not a lot I can say. Comfort-wise, it is very difficult for me to... I don't have any answers, really. I thought your mother was gone for sure. I hadn't really made any plans if she resurfaced or tried to recontact with you. I should have told you sooner, if I'm being honest, that there was no good reason to make you believe that your mother had just abandoned you. And I see that now more than ever, and I regret it with every fiber of my being.
Why do you say that?
It's all right, Dad. I don't know. I'm still a little bit upset, but I forgive you, and I know you're always there for me, and I just love you so much.
We're gonna get this. We're gonna get through this. 100%. It can't get worse than this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can't get worse than this. What's everybody else doing? Or is anyone else doing anything specific? Are you guys all like on the regular beach? I guess that's my question. Are you guys all on the regular beach?
I'll go last.
Okay.
Less a
I
question.
think Riku.
Riku, you're on
I'm
the
still
regular
cooking,
beach?
don't worry.
I think Riku would just be working on a 10.
Working on a tan. That's pretty good.
Yeah. Honestly, thought about it. I think she would skip out on eating. Just photosynthesize.
Just to photosynthesize. Give me a second so I can restart the recording.
Thoughts disorganized, can't seem to dry your eyes.